Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Lingfield Park here on Friday. It is April the 14th, 2017. I'm going to look at all the races on the All-Weather Championship from Lingfield, but before I get onto that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. So let's get onto it. We have 7 races to look out from Lingfield, starting off at race number 1, the 140 post time. It's Sunbet's All-Weather Championship Apprentice Handicap. It's a Class 2 Apprentice Handicap here, going for a purse of $61,500 for 4-year-olds and upwards, rated 81 to 100. Field of 14 horses, going the 7 furlongs of 1,400-meter trip on the all-weather polytrack surface. My top pick in this one, I like the number 14, War Glory. I'm going to go 14 to 10 in the tricast or the trifecta, 14 to 10. But my top pick, number 14, War Glory, 8 to 1. Holly Davis is on this Richard Hannon trained 4-year-old gelding out of Canford Cliffs. Most recently on the 8th of April at Lingfield, last Saturday, I believe, 7 furlongs in Class 3 handicap. This horse finished second by head carrying a pretty heavy weight of 131 pounds, and just missed victory. I think with the lesser weight of only carrying 128 today, this horse should really do well. Also second off the layoff, I think this horse will really run a big one. But start before came at Newmarket on the 22nd of September, 1 mile Class 3 handicap. This horse just finished 9th by 13 lengths with Ryan Moore up that day. It was just a little bit against a little bit tougher horses, really weakened up in the final few strides of the race. September the 7th at Doncaster, 7 furlongs Class 2 handicap. This horse finished 3rd by 2 3/4 lengths. Didn't really have the best acceleration that day. It was his first start in 2 months also, so maybe he needed the race, I'm not sure. But this horse's last victory came on the all-weather at Chelmsford City last July in a Class 4 handicap. Horse won by 2 lengths, 130 pounds he was carrying, a very easy victory. I think, he's breaking a little bit, he's against the buys here. You don't want an outside post draw, but I think with the lower weight here, I think he could overcome that and have a very good victory. So to recount my bets for the first race from Lingfield, the 140 post time, it goes off at 8:40 in the morning here in the United States, here in New York City. It's the Sunbet's All-Weather Championship Apprentice Handicap. Going to go with the 14 horse. Going to go 14 to 10 in the tricast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 2, the second race to 210 from Lingfield. It is the Betway All-Weather Marathon Championship Conditions Stakes. It's a condition stakes here for Class 2 horses, like all the All-Weather Champions races. Going for a purse $184,500. That's in American currency, so don't get confused. For 4-year-olds and upwards, we have a field of 14 horses running the distance of ground of 3,200 meters or 2 miles here on the polytrack. My top pick in this one, it's a bit of a tricky race. It's a bit of wide open. I like the 6 horse, Steve Rogers. So I'm going to go 6-11-8 in the tricast or the trifecta, 6-11-8. But my top pick, number 6, Steve Rogers, 15 to 1. Andre Adesini is on this Roger Varian trained 6-year-old gelding out of Monchio. Most recently on the 16th of January at Wolverhampton, 2 miles on the 16th in Class 2 conditions. This horse finished 3rd by 6 1/4 lengths. In this race, I remember so clearly. It could have been a very good grade Group 3 race. This horse really just didn't quicken up at the end. They took this horse to the sideline. I think today this horse will have a very good run. He faced so much tougher competition last season. Start before came in Class 2 conditions race in Newcastle, 2 miles December the 21st. Horse finished 3rd by 4 1/4 lengths. Didn't quicken up at all during the last part of the race. It just wasn't this horse's day to win. But start before Kempton, 2 miles in Class 2 handicap. This horse finished 2nd by 2 lengths behind Higher Power. He showed some heart that day. He didn't weaken out of it, but he didn't really, he just held on. I think today, with a little bit of a break, he should run very well. Like I said, he faced some tougher horses over the summer going in those stayers races. Finished 5th in a very tough handicap at Musselburgh. At Ascot back in July, finished 2nd in a very tough Class 3 handicap, going a mile 3/4 behind Ocean. He will run a big one here today. Gets Adesini up, who I think will really suit this horse very well. Like I said, it's a bit wide open of a race, 15 to 1. I'm going to take my chances with this one. So to recount my bets for the second from Lingfield, the 210 post time, it's the Betway All-Weather Marathon Championship. Going to go with the 6 horse, Steve Rogers. Going to go 6-11-8 in the tricast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 3 from Lingfield, the third race to 240 post time. It's the 32 red All-Weather Fillies Mayors Championship. It's going for Class 2 horses here, going for a purse of $184,500 for 4-year-olds and upwards here. Filly and Mares only. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground to 7 furlongs of 1,400 meters here. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go with the favorite, number 6, who is Mufra? Something like that. Pardon me if I say a horse's name wrong. I do it all the time. But I'm going to go 671 in the TriCast of the trifecta here. 671, but top pick at number 6 at 6-5. Pat Cosgrove is on this William Haggis trained 5-year-old mare at Arifa. Most recently on the 4th of March, it's Maidan, a mile and the 8th in Jebel Hada, Group 1 Jebel Hada. This horse finished third by a half length behind Decorated Knight and Folkswood. So much tougher horses. That was one of the best Group 1 races of the year in Dubai, and this horse, he for a third place finish held his own, but I think coming down to this company today, this horse should run a very big one. Start before it Maidan, February the 16th, mile and 8th in the Group 2 Balanchine, sponsored by Citizens K Stakes. This horse finished third by 1.5 lengths behind Opal, Tiara, and Via Fariz. Couldn't keep up with them, really didn't have the best of closing kicks, and then finished third into Cape Verde at Maidan in late January. But last start over in the UK and last start over the surface here at Lingfield, October 27th in a 1 mile listed stakes. This horse won easy by 3 3/4 lengths that day. It was just an easy, clear trip that day as the favorite. And then before that, at the Darley Stakes at Newmarket on October the 8th, this horse won by 1.5 lengths at 8-1. Destroyed the field. Great run for this horse. And won a Phillies handicap back a week earlier at Newmarket. This horse had a very, very nice end of the year campaign last year. Coming back to the UK, facing so much tougher horses than Maidan earlier this year, he should have a very good run. 6-5. I know it's the favorite, but some horses are meant to win, and I think this horse will really win very nicely here today. So to recap my bets for the third, the 240 from Lingfield, it's the all-weather Filly Mare Championship. Gonna go with the 6 horse. Gonna go 671 in the TriCast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 4. The 4th race, the 310 from Lingfield, is the Betway All-Weather Sprint Championship. That's Class 2 conditions race here, going for a purse of $184,500 for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 14 horses going the distance of ground of 6 furlongs or 1,200 meters here on the all-weather. My top pick in this one, I like the 5 horse, number 5, Kimberella. Gonna go 5-6-8 in the TriCast or the trifecta, but to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be surprised if any of the 3 horses I have in my TriCast win this race, because a lot of these races are either one horse is definitely gonna win, or you could give it to like any of the 3 horses in the race, or 4 horses. But 5-6-8. But if I had to pick a top selection, it would be number 5, Kimberella, Paul Hannigan for Richard Fahey, 7-year-old gelding out of Kailanchi. Most recently, first start of the year, March 25th at Lingfield, 5 furlongs in Class 2 handicap. First start back at 5.5 to 1, won easily by a length. Just had a very nice run. Could have won by a little bit more, but you want to keep the handicap going. Was carrying top weight also, 138 pounds, carrying 7 less pounds today. She'll really run a big one. As also has a good draw from the 5 hole. You do not want to be. I read somewhere you don't want to be 7 out. So if you're breaking from 7 in, perfect. 7 out, throw out your horse right away. So it gets a good post draw here, going 6 furlongs at Lingfield. That was his first start of the year a few weeks ago. But start last year at Chelmsford City, 5/8 mile in Class 2 handicap. This horse finished 6th by 3 lengths that day. Didn't really quicken up at the end. I think the 6 furlong distance would have helped them that day. And then 6 furlongs at Lingfield, November the 12th in a listed stakes. Horse finished third by 4.5 lengths, or 2 1/4 lengths, excuse me. Really didn't quicken up again that day. His last one was very good. Faced some tougher horses at the end of the year last year. Not facing nearly as tough today. Watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 4th race from Lingfield, it's the 310 post time. It's the all-weather sprinting championship. Gonna go with the 5 horse Kimberella. Gonna go 5-6-8 in the TriCast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 5. The 5th race, the 340 from Lingfield, is the all-weather Mile Championship. It's going for a purse of $184,500. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards here. Field of 14 horses going the distance of ground. It's the all-weather Mile Championship, but they're actually going 2 miles. No, just kidding. It's just a mile here. 1,600 meters, 1 mile, whatever you want to go by. But my top pick in this one, I like the 7 horse. Bit of a price here at number 7, Namir, 15 to 1. Gonna go 7-10-3 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 7-10-3. My top pick, number 7, Namir, 15 to 1. Paul Hannigan is on this one for Richard Fahey. Most recently, this horse ran in the on April the 1st at Doncaster, yielding going 1 mile in a Class 2 handicap. I believe it was the Lincoln that day. This horse finished 20th by 46 lengths, and we're still waiting for. He beat 1 horse. We're still waiting for the horse to finish. And if I look out my window, well, I'm nowhere near the UK, let alone Doncaster. But hopefully he finishes the Doncaster race in time to get to Lingfield to start this one. But he just did not show up at all. You know, he crawled under the finish line. Maybe against tougher horse. He's come back to the all-weather. I think he should have a very an improvement of his last one. Even if he finishes 6th, it's an improvement off his last one. But start before March the 11th at Wolverhampton. Mile 8th in a Class 2 handicap. This horse won by 1 3/4 lengths that day. Easy, clear victory. Like that course at Wolverhampton, and he destroyed the field. And then start before at Wolverhampton again. 7 furlongs, February the 6th in a Class 3 handicap. Horse won by half length. Again, just ran incredibly well. He's going the mile today. Don't think that should be a problem. I think this horse will be a perfect 1-turn horse. Like I said, last time out, throw that race out. He was just facing a little bit tougher. Watch out for this one to make a major improvement here today. So to recap my bets for the 5th from Lingfield, it's the 3:40 post time. It's the all-weather mile championship. Going to go with the 7 horse Namir. Going to go 7-10-3 in the TriCast or the trifecta. To race number 6 now from Lingfield, the 4:10 post time. It's the 3-year-old all-weather championships. It's Class 2 race here, going for a purse of under $84,500. It's for 3-year-olds only. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground to 6 furlongs. 6 furlongs, 3/4 of a mile, or 1,200 meters. My top pick in this one, going to go to the 10 horse, number 10, Dubai 1. Gonna go 10-5-6 in the TriCast of the trifecta. 10-5-6. But my top pick, number 10, Dubai 1, 5-1. Godolphin owned, Saeed bin Sahor trained. Ryan Moore's on this 3-year-old filly out of Exceed and Excel. Most recently, on March 30th, this horse's first start of the year at Wolverhampton, 6 furlongs Class 3 handicap. As the favorite, this horse won by a neck with Uslin Murphy up. Just had an easy driving victory. Great race back for this horse. He's been on the all-weather most of the last year. Start before December 3rd at Wolverhampton, 5 furlongs in a Class 2 conditions stakes race. Horse won by half length. Another easy, clear victory. Just ran incredibly well. And then Newcastle, 5 furlongs in a nursery handicap. Horse won by 3/4 length. Again, destroyed the field. Very nice victory. Throughout the race before at Newmarket in the conditions race, he lost to a Leaf that day, and just didn't have the best of starts against those 2-year-olds and up that day. Just keep that in mind. It wasn't just a straight 2-year-old race; it was for 2-year-olds and up, facing the older horses. He just really couldn't hold his own as the favorite also. But he had a very nice victory at Kempton back in September. The all-weather shouldn't be a problem. Gets the booking of a world-class rider. Watch out for this one at the end. So to recap my bets for the 6 from Lingfield, it's the 4:10 post time. It's the 3-year-old all-weather championship. Gonna go with the 10 horse Dubai 1. Gonna go 10-5-6 in the TriCast or the trifecta. To race number 7, the final race on today's program from Lingfield, it's the 4:40 post time. It's the Betway Easter Classic Conditions Stakes. It's going for Class 2 horses, going for a purse of $246,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards here. We have a field of 9 horses going the 2,000 meters or 1 mile and 1/4 trip on the all-weather surface. My top pick in this one, I'm going to go to the 3-horse Convey. I'm going to go 3-5-9 in the TriCast or the trifecta, but number 3, my top pick, Convey, 2-1. Ryan Moore's on the Sir Michael Stout trained 5-year-old gelding out of Dansville. Most recently on the 25th of February here at Lingfield, mile and a quarter, and the Winter Derby Stakes. This horse won by a neck that day with Andre Tazzini up. Just had an incredible late kick that day, or turn of foot. Really, just got up there, but it was a great closing kick for this horse that day. Should really improve today. Start before at Red Car, October the 1st, 7 furlongs listed stakes. This horse finished 5th by 5 3/4 lengths. He just really weakened out of it. I don't think this horse is a sprinter. I think he'll do better with the longer mile and a 3/4 to maybe a mile and 3/8 distance. But 7 furlongs was a little bit weird why they ran him there that day. He wasn't going to win. But start before at Haddock Park, this time at third, 1 mile and third 2 Red Mile. Horse finished third by neck, and really closed up well that they need a little extra ground, but I think he could have won if it was a mile 16 to a mile and 8. But again, at the Glorious, actually start before, this horse ran about a week earlier, a good one in the Doombar Supreme Stakes. Horse finished second with Ryan Moore. Last time Moore rode this horse, he just missed that day. To keep in mind, this horse's last victory came at Pontefract back in July, or last victory before last, came at Pontefract back in July in a listed stakes. Horse won by 3 1/4 lengths. That was the last time Ryan Moore won with this horse. It was a nice clear victory to 83 cents to $1. I think today he should run a very big one. So to recap my bets now for race number 7 from Lingfield, it's the Easter Classic. Gonna go with the 3-horse Convey. Gonna go 3, 5, 9, and the TriCast or the trifecta. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.